Queen C, big famous.
What's up?
Good morning, morning, morning.
Good
Good morning. What y'all
Good
morning.
doing? How y'all doing?
morning.
How y'all doing? Hi, Diane. Hi, gorgeous.
Good morning.
Baby girl, J to the mother. Donna. Good
Y'all, I
morning.
finally took off my nails. Can you tell?
Hi,
Nice.
Sunlight.
I mean, those are your
What
names.
up? I'm sorry,
I
Sunlight. What
feel
up?
free.
Queen C
That's
in the bit.
nice.
Mama, Riri, do you love me? Daddy, yaddy, 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 yaddy.
Everybody, that's Ree theme song. Ree,
Yep.
do you love
Riri, do
me?
you love me?
I can hear Ree Ree saying now, not too much on me.
Mama, what up,
What's
mama?
up,
But then
Queen
again,
How
she's
C?
you
like,
feeling?
give me
I
all
can
of
I can hear Reese saying that is not my song.
Right.
It's like give it all to me. Show me some
You know,
love.
some lit in the building, Queen C. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling this morning? Happy Sunday, everybody.
Happy Sunday. How you feeling?
I'm doing amazing. You know, this new journey of mine, have its days, but I'm enjoying it. Every little bit of it.
Good for you. Good for you.
Happy to see you too. I'm about to turn on my camera. I just have to finish my rap real quick.
Are you ready to start eating
It's
pickles
not
and
available to us,
peanut
baby.
butter?
Well, wait a minute.
What? Wait, what?
Wait a minute. I will not.
Fried chicken and jalapeno
Energy.
peppers?
Hi, energy. How you doing, gorgeous man?
Who eats
Energy.
that?
It's
That's
not available
that's a
to us.
pregnancy craving.
Right.
Yeah.
That is. She trying to put pregnancy on me. That's what
I'm
she.
just asking.
Oh.
We can knock on wood.
Uh-uh.
Is it real wood? You can only knock on it if it's real.
Well, you never mind. I was about to say you got some real wood.
Exactly.
I was about to go to, is it real wood?
I ain't got no wood over here.
Emerald, hey Emerald, how you doing, gorgeous?
Yeah, the gift's not showing for us, babe.
I was able to give it to y'all.
I know it's you got it, but we don't have it yet. Some crazy
It
stuff
does
they do.
it does says news. I don't know. Let me make
Of
it
course, I wins, love.
make it simple.
Hey, Queen C.
Queen
I
C
mean,
in the building.
Emerald.
Everybody here, everybody.
I know,
Black.
right? That's all you can say. Everybody, hey, everybody.
Everybody here. Everybody in the club.
Getting lit. So yeah, today's topic is permission to be fully you. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this?
Oh, y'all ready for this?
um, y'all, I'm missing a light because I can't see.
Missing
Um,
Smiley. Oh,
so
wow.
many of us walk through life in roles performing, right? So we're wearing masks that just feel accepted. And I said this in my other, what's the name?
We
Post.
didn't see it.
So we wear masks just to feel accepted and protected or rejected. But what happens when we start asking, who am I beneath all that? Who would I be if I stopped performing? So today we're going to unpack the question with a powerful panel, and of course, you in the chat. Um, drop a mic if you drop a fire if you're ready to get into it. Let's get real. So
Let's
drop
get
a
real.
fire, right? So yes, Queen, you have your payback. So let's break it down. Performative identity is the version of you that shows up to meet expectations, not necessarily because it's real, but it feels safe. Perspective identity. So sometimes it could be identified to external expectations like family, culture, race, religion, and society. Um, And it's often your subconscious because we learn to code switch. That's one of J2 words. Um, Shrink ourselves, edit ourselves to be something different, or or become overcompensated. So, um, and sometimes it's being protective and limiting. So it's how we shape ourselves to survive. So whether that's a work and relationship, church, or even social media, we do what I always say. We could be anybody we want to be on the internet. Yeah, people pleasing. That's one of them.
I
So
think the tricky part about performative masks is that they aren't always bad.
no.
Like, legitimately, sometimes they're armor, sometimes they're protecting you in hostile environments, or they allow you the opportunity to try on a new role until you get comfortable with it. Um, I've been thinking about this, you know, but um, it's when it gets too heavy that you start to get burnt out and you forget who you truly are beneath it. And my thing is, it's like when you're wearing a mask like that, is the mask serving you, or are you serving the mask? Is the question that I have with that. Like, is it something that you are wearing because it's something that it's only a thing until you get adjusted to your new environment? Because it's like when you go to a new job, everybody puts on their best foot forward until they start getting comfortable. And then when
Hmm.
they get comfortable, then the real person starts to show. And it's the same thing like when we used to talk about relationships. You put on your, what was that, your J2, help me.
Yeah.
But you used to say it a lot. When you first go on your first date, it's um
Avatar.
your avatar that you're wearing in the beginning. And then when you start getting comfortable, it's like, you afraid to toot in front of your boyfriend, and then all of a sudden y'all comfortable, and next thing you know, you just
Show
letting
your
loose.
real self.
Yeah, then you like burping and doing all types of stuff in front of your man, and saying, I gotta go take a crap, instead of saying, excuse me, I'm going to the restroom, and then using the restroom outside. You know what I mean?
What
It's, to
what comes
me,
up for me, like it's so crazy. What comes up though is that people find a thin line between adapting and all of a sudden faking it.
yeah.
And I think that's where the thin line happens because when you walk into a room, you tend to automatically, unintentionally adapt to whatever environment you're in, right?
Right.
Hmm.
And when you start to adapt to whatever environment you're in, you tend to either go two ways. You tend to say, you know what, I can be myself. It is what it is because that's what the people are giving you opportunity to do. Or you're like, no, I can't show my full self because I don't know these people. Let me
Right.
just fake it till I make it. Let me just pretend as if I know what they're talking about instead of saying, I'm not going to hold you. This is very unfamiliar.
Can I just be completely honest with you guys? I mean, and just completely transparent. I got tired of that.
Yeah.
I got tired. And that's when I decided that I'm just going to be transparent with who I am. And either you accept me or you don't.
Yeah.
You know
Yep,
what I
Period.
that's
mean?
me.
Like, being completely transparent with people is wild because people don't believe that that's who you are.
Correct. They start thinking like, yeah, this is not the person that I knew,
They
or
say,
this is not the
this,
person.
this not her.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
why she acting like this
So
is
now
just
you have to sit here and convince this person, like, no, this is truly me. I just faked it this whole time because I didn't want to make you feel bad. That sounds
well,
much worse.
the funny part is when people meet you, like, for the first time, and you are authentically who you are, because they don't know who they are, they can't accept you for who you are. You know what I mean? So then they start trying to find holes and and issues with who you are authentically and transparently, they start trying to find those things. And then when they can't, then they're like, well, then she got to be fake, And it's just like, no, I am who I am.
To me, that's sad when somebody. I mean, when somebody think of you that way because they don't know you because if they know, they know.
I
Yeah.
mean, for me, it's kind of like a lot of people don't like to take a number two in a public restroom. Me, I don't give a, I don't care. I'm gonna go take that number two no matter where I'm at because I know these people don't know me. Okay, they're not gonna remember the shoes on it that stall. They don't know me. So for me, I feel like until TikTok, I realized that I always show up as myself. I show up wild, crazy. And me putting on the mask is me being quiet. Um, just listening because I feel like I've been thinking about this too. It's like I don't wear a mask um, unless I'm at work. But even at work, I'm wild and crazy too. I say what I want. I don't speak right. I don't say the right words. Uh, but I like me.
Well, I know for me, what you see is what you get, pretty much. When I am who I am, I don't know how to be anybody else, but I know at times I have to be different because you know, that's the role I have to play at that time. But it's not to be, and it doesn't take away from me. It's just another, for me, it's just another part of me.
I think now, like now that I'm older, I I understand the word adaptation, but it's adaptation with the same foundations that I step into.
Yeah.
If you understand what I'm saying, like if I walk into a room, I can speak to the CEO, but I can also speak to the custodian.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. Like because respect is given in both ways, no matter how much money you make, right?
Right.
But I also
Being
understand
truly who you are.
exactly. Now I'm at a space where I'm gonna walk into the room and you're gonna know, oh, that's Miss Harris. She's gonna scream, she's gonna be loud, but it's loud with a genuine heart. It's
Right.
not loud with the negativity. I'm not an angry black woman.
Right.
I'm a person that has a high tone, a louder tone due to the point I'm trying to make, not to the
Thank you.
not to negatively impact anybody.
Right. It's because of your heart. And
Correct.
that's the whole thing is I feel like if you know your heart, you know your intentions, no matter what room you walk into, you can
Correct.
just be authentically, transparently who you are, and it doesn't matter um, how other people perceive that because their perceptions are just a mirror of them. And that's the main thing
I
right
had
there,
that was one of my posts the other day when I wrote.
like literally. I think I said this in our last one. I said if you don't like me, that's a you problem because I'm freaking awesome. And I know what my heart is. I know where my intentions lie. I know who I am, and I know that I'm a
I'm
beautifully
with you,
designed
Emerald.
individual, you know. And if you find something wrong with me, that's a reflection of you,
Yeah,
not me.
and
And I
I'm
don't I don't absorb that anymore. And I used to let it affect me. I
right.
did,
So let
you
me ask
know.
this. Let me ask this question. Can you remember a moment when you realized you were performing? That's for anyone to answer.
Mm.
I don't know. I'm going back and forth because I just had my family reunion, and this family reunion, I I kind of took a sit back. I didn't like what you said earlier. I wasn't trying to be a chief, but there was already so many chiefs. I just showed up. I just showed up, and I didn't help like I normally do, and that's just not me. Um, I enjoy myself. I'm a server. Like anytime I'm with my family, I am serving. I'm not sitting down chilling and playing cards and dominoes. I'm serving. I'm giving hugs. I'm talking to everybody. But this time, I was I was quiet. I was observant. I was looking at the changing dynamics in the family. And
Mm-hmm.
where I used to be is where I wasn't. And it felt weird because I felt like I was hiding, but at the same time I was like, oh no, this is growth.
Did
Right.
you feel free?
Oh yeah, I mean, I felt free. I felt real free. I felt real free to where I was fighting. Like I need to be coming here cleaning up. It's time to pick up stuff. But then I was like, nope, hold up.
Energy accent. How did everyone else respond?
It was weird. It must have been the energy, because everybody came to me and they were just hugging on me. Or I got lots of messages, like even yesterday. Everybody's like, "You're on my mind. You're on my mind." And maybe because I wasn't so performative, maybe because I was just sitting back and letting the Chiefs chief. But feel good about it.
I have to say that I used to put on a mask in front of my dad. And I think I was afraid to let him see who I truly was. And now that I'm older and we've had more interaction and we've grown together in our relationship, I've grown to know that I can be my spiritual self in front of him and he understands me and he gets it. And I didn't even realize that he too is a very spiritual being as well, until like maybe 2 years ago when we started really sharing experiences together in that aspect. So that is that's one thing that I know where I think I limited myself with my interactions with my father. Um, but I think that it happened in divine timing as well, you know? So it's like now I'm completely comfortable around my father and that side of my family where I used to not be. I used to feel like I had to be perfect around them. And now I don't because I've accepted who I am.
I I think my performative ways happen. Well, it doesn't happen anymore, but before it was in a lot of spaces where I felt like people were more accomplished than I was. My family was my family. I already knew who they were. I kind of strayed away from them when I was 17, when I was thrown out in the real world. But I think my biggest accomplishment I can say now is that I'm not looking at people who, whether they're accomplished more than me. Because a car, if you have a car better than I do, or a job better than I do, I don't feel a space of like, oh, you're better than me now just because you have more things than me. I used to
Really?
dumb myself down. Yeah. I used to be in a space where I couldn't scream as loud, or I don't want to look better than this person, or if I don't know certain words. Like I used to really, really be in a space where I didn't want, if I needed help, nobody knew because I felt like I was too stupid to tell them that I needed help. So I'm about to get emotional, but now I'm in a space where I don't allow that to attack me anymore. I'm not sitting here talking about like right now, like even with my journey, I'm not like, oh my gosh, I'm worth nothing or I'm a bum or no. I don't think that at all. Like I'm just, and that's what I'm so excited for because I used to be in that space.
Wow. That is growth for real.
Yeah.
and it's
Keita,
and it's
let the
okay to
tears
feel.
flow. Let the
you,
let the tears flow.
Yeah.
Let them
you
So
can
flow.
feel. You can feel. Don't be choking up, letting your throat hurt because you're trying to hold back tears.
yeah, no, I'm just saying like because people don't understand how much of a chokehold you get when you are like when you're in a space that where you can't fight no more. And
Hmm.
you're like, oh my gosh, until I realized, like, damn, like you putting this on yourself. They don't know what you got. They don't know how accomplished you are or what you've been through. They don't know nothing. You're sitting here fighting battles that you didn't even, that I created. They didn't even create. They just sitting here like trying to figure out why you still smiling. That's all they trying to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
until I realized that
Right.
material things don't make you better than anyone. Material things just said that you had money to go buy them. But I wanted to be in a space where if
If you
I
had
did,
money.
like if I wanted to be in a space where if money was stripped away from me, that I was gonna still smile. Like I was still gonna laugh it up and hang out with everybody and I can have zero in my bank account. That's where I wanted to be in a space. So I had to change my thinking. I had to change my the expectations that I had on myself.
So where,
Because that's the biggest thing.
if you go back in time, like where do you think it all came from though? Like,
Well, see, I grew up very sheltered.
okay,
So, and I'm sure everyone felt like, oh, stay in a child's place, that whole statement.
right.
I literally, my mom, like, when I walked outside of the door and I wanted to come back in because she tried to make me be included with the hood people. And I was like, that's not my ministry. She would lock the door until she was ready for me to come back in the house, right? So I'm telling you, she would lock the door and put me in places that I felt very uncomfortable with. So I became a turtle. Like I became very sheltered in my own space because I felt like I couldn't be me. And then my siblings would be like, "Well, you think you're better than everyone? Why you speak like that? Why you do this? Why?" So I started to really close myself in. But when I tell you, being thrown out, kicked out of the house was a blessing in disguise. It was a blessing in disguise. And I can say that wholeheartedly today. Because when you walk out to the real world and you're like, well, can I authentically be me? I don't know yet because I haven't been that. But when I started to travel, and this is what I love when I started to travel, when I started to meet people, I can rewrite the story that somebody else wrote for me. So I picked up my own pen instead of somebody controlling my hand.
Mm.
That's what kept me there. And I didn't realize until I was in a space and I decided to go back to get my master's. And I told my friend, I said, I'm not gonna hold you. It's really hard for me to tell you that I really need help with this writing. Because master's program require you to write a lot. And I said, I really need help. I can talk to you about everything. I can convince the CEO how to take the sky from the sky. Okay? But me putting it on paper was really, really difficult. So when I let those pieces down and I made it comfortable for me to tell you, like, that word is unfamiliar to me. I don't know what that is. When I was in that space and everybody was looking to me to get help, I was like, wait, God, wait, hold on. So when I was put in those places of being me no matter what, but people look up to me just solely because of my personality, they wasn't looking at the shoes I had on my feet. They wasn't looking at the clothes I had on my back. They wasn't looking at the education I decided to go get for myself. They didn't look at none of those things. They said your presence alone is beautiful. And
You
when they
said
gave me that opportunity, I just ran with it
you said two words right there that meant so much for myself.
for myself.
Right. So, before I move on to I see yours, Miss Harris, and J2, y'all performances came from family where you had to change your performance. Mine came from
Hi,
culture.
coach.
Many, 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 many years ago, like before I became who I am today, because I was the people pleaser. I always, always wanted to be part of the crowd. Growing up, living the street life, I felt like I wanted, that was like my family for me, the family that I didn't have,
I feel like that.
because my mom was a single mom and she was trying to raise two girls. My brothers was much older and they stayed in trouble, so I didn't grow up with my brothers. Grew up around them, but not with them, because I'm the youngest of five. But to the culture that I grew up around, where you lived the street life, you was out there, you was doing things that you shouldn't have been doing, all because to me, I wanted to fit in, I wanted to be a part of that at that time. And of course, I wanted to, make my own money so I could do my own thing. I was rebellious as a teenager, very rebellious as a teenager.
Hmm.
Um, very disrespectful as a teenager.
Really, I would have never thought.
Me too.
I was
That's
bad.
crazy. That's crazy.
I see it though, because she's so calm and collected, and she's got herself so like this. She's such, yeah. That mouth right there is slick. Y'all just haven't had the experience of it yet, but she got a slick mouth. Y'all just gotta
Listen, I'm
listen.
telling you, a cover can be deceiving, boy.
That's what I'm trying to tell you about
That's
this.
why it's like important because like I've heard Diamond's story, and I think a lot of people on this app we hear one story of each other and you think you know someone, but
Here's another one.
I heard many stories to say, yeah, you was a bad mama jamma.
So, just culture, like I don't regret any of it because it made me who I am today.
Yeah,
So I can say like I'm allowed to be all of me,
yeah,
um, not just parts that makes you comfortable. I'm allowed to be me. So,
absolutely agree. Absolutely,
Unapologetically.
absolutely agree.
oh, Mama Nista, you want to chime in? You quiet down there.
Sure. I don't like to interrupt people, so I mean, this is such a beautiful topic today, but first of all, I want to remind everyone, I don't care what you have in life, the little bit that you have, or the huge amount that you have, and that's whether it's monetary things, or whether it's you have a personality that everybody loves and a heart full of gold. I mean, all those little things. But something I've recently started telling myself and some of y'all is we are the CFO, the CEO, and the COO of our own universe. In any business platform, those are usually the highest. That's the highest level you can go in the professional world. I'm going to take it down to the personal, to the our personal worlds. Never forget that. It just the importance of a woman, we seem to forget, but this is, to me, that's how that is those are important positions, and every one of us have all three of those positions. So we have an important role in this life, and but you have a really big stake in your own. Be the COO when you need that operating engineer when you need it, your financial officer when you need it. You just and be these, everybody here's beautiful, lovely people, but your personalities really shine bright like a diamond, like a
That's why
diamond.
I'm with you, Mama. Like that's why I changed my perspective of who my parents are. Like
Hmm.
my dad wasn't present, but I know the value of presence now. My mom wasn't emotionally connected, but I do know the value of being emotionally intelligent with other people and aligned with that. Like I took what they didn't have and understand what I need to have. Um, I think that's the most important thing. Like, although my mom wasn't the greatest mom, but she was present. She was there.
Hmm.
She just wasn't there emotionally, and I understood that. So I promise y'all, I do not hate my mom or dad. I don't hate any of the enemies that I stepped in front of. I don't hate any of my siblings. I don't. At the end of the day, they just haven't recognized their own change, and I have to be okay with that. And I think that's what we need to realize once we walk into a room. Everyone, the way they respond to the room is either through trauma, either they're still bonding with their trauma, or they're still, and now they're learning to cope with their trauma. Did I say a word that I wasn't supposed to say?
Eight.
Oh, okay, I didn't know. But so my thing is like, I feel like there's always a why in how people act in a room.
Hmm.
We're all in this room, but there's always a why of how we're triggered and what it looks like and how we respond to things. And people, even people who don't know how to agree to disagree, there's a why behind why they don't do that. So I cannot be mad at someone's reaction to a action or a response to an action that they didn't know was going to trigger in that moment. Just like I always tell people, like you're not always truly healed. You just know how to cope with that space. Now I learned to cope with the space. I'm taking the negative parts and creating a positive outlook on it. This is why it's so important to think optimistically with everything you grow through, because growing through does not mean that you're a bad person. It's just you're trying to relearn what that space looks like, and
Right.
it's okay. So that's where I'm at with it. This is why I'm so transparent and being okay with telling you guys what I tell you. And I feel like that's the most important thing, knowing and understanding how to be transparent, how to be vulnerable, and then balancing how to optimistically look at the spaces that people are in.
Just so you know,
Hi, Clay.
hey Cole. Just want you guys to know today's topic is permission to be fully you, and we're dismantling performative identity. So, permission to be fully you, and whoever you are in this day, this time, this place, this energy. So,
What if you feel like you're a lot? Because like because I'm so vulnerable, because I'm such an open book, and because I'm so transparent. Um,
But a lot to who though is the question, because you can say you're a lot, but that for me, a lot of people used to tell me that too, like you're too much, you doing too much. Like even friends that was really close, like you're doing too much. Why are you so loud? Like why are you doing that? Like why are you doing this in this room? Blah blah. I People tell me that all the time. They don't tell me as much anymore because I'm gonna be me no matter what. But
right,
they did. They told me I was too much. So
gaslighting.
I'm asking the question is a lot to who though? Or
Right,
whom?
and
because
I don't know if it's gaslighting, but it feels like okay, maybe I should be more quiet, less transparent because people use that in my words against me.
It's a weakness word though. It's a triggering statement. People do it on purpose because it concerns you. Now you're in your head trying to figure out, oh, am I too much? Am I doing too much? Am I doing this? But your too much is why you have the people that are aligned with you now.
Dottie said to
Your too much is where
go
it
follow
got you. Right. Listen, I'm telling
go
you,
follow
if
that.
people think you are too much, let them choke over there. Let
Right,
them go choke over there. Nobody got time for that.
right.
And that's the thing.
Why should you dim your light for because of what somebody else thinks or feels
Just because
about?
yours is not turned on does not mean I got a damn mind though. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, Emerald, it is an attack of character because why should you lower yourself just to make somebody else happy? That's wild to me. Like if you wasn't the person who you are today, like the J to the Donna, the Mrs. Harris, the people that I know today, I probably
You're
wouldn't
not
even.
just J to the Donna, you J to the mother Donna.
And,
Period.
let them know. But you guys
Go
are.
ahead, Mika. I'm sorry.
I just like you guys are amazing people, just the way you are.
Oh, you wrote it in the chat.
So, I didn't see.
She said, "What is gaslighting?"
Oh, yeah. What is gaslighting?
I don't think anyone. I think people.
See a different definition of gaslighting.
Yeah. I never looked up the actual term via Google or anything like that. Is it via or via, by the way?
Via.
I say
Because
via.
I heard somebody say via, and I said, oh, I don't think that's the right
Via.
pronunciation.
Yeah.
Sorry, sidetrack. I was very confused.
You could just say BIA.
At this point, right.
Oh,
I don't know. I think gaslighting is somebody blocking your own being. I don't know.
Emerald got it. When you try and convince someone that something you both know is untrue is true. But yeah.
Um, oh, that's according to your the definition your company teaches. Okay. Now I'm curious of what Google says or Chat GPT.
Looked it up. I just looked it up. It says in real life, gaslighting often looks like denying things that clearly happened, like they never occurred. You must be imagining it. Minimizing feelings, like you're overreacting. It isn't that bad. Twisting facts. I never said that. You just remembered wrong, or shifting blame. If you weren't so
That's the
sensitive,
word.
it wouldn't be a problem.
That's the word
So
I
the
was
goal
looking
is
for.
sometimes conscious, sometimes not, is to gain control by destabilizing the other person's confidence in their own mind. Over time, the victim may start relying on
Trying to
gaslighters,
manipulate
versions as
someone's
well as
reality.
their own, which
Mm-hmm.
is where the real
So,
sets in.
so then my question is, if someone's telling you you're too much, then how is that gaslighting you?
That's
Again, I say that's the mirror.
And that's what I'm saying. When you are transparent, when you're vulnerable, especially if other people are not, and they got your whole story because I don't care. I'm
Right.
this is my story. Then
That
they
you,
use it against you.
oh, she's
How can they, whenever you already, it's already out there? So the issue isn't you, the issue is them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like if they trying to use something that you've already written, just put out there because you are transparent, and they're trying to make it seem like it's something that's not. That's a them issue, not a you issue.
And I'm not saying like, oh, it's their issue or not, but I'm saying for me, I see where I could use a mask and choose who I be vulnerable and transparent.
But that's not actually using a mask, though. That's just you understanding and considering the room you're stepping in. Period. Point blank.
right. You
See,
just
everybody doesn't deserve a full book view. They don't because they can't mentally align and consider understanding. Where there's no comprehension in what you are delivering. That's where you have to be careful with. I can't say, you know what, let me use this big statement for Elmo if the person that's in front of you not comprehending simple things. And I think that's what we need to understand. It's not using a mask doesn't say you're using it all the time just because you decided not to share a certain part of you to this certain group of people. That's just how I see it. You, when a mask is being used, it's because you're being fake about something. That's how I see it. I could be wrong, but when you're putting a mask on, it's because you're faking it till you make it in that moment. You're not faking it; you're faking it. Just like when you do a whole code switch, right? Hello, you know what I mean? Change our voice and all of that, right? when you start,
I do
when
that
you
when I
start to
answer
do
the
that,
phone.
when you start to do that, you have to put on a mask at the end of the day. Like you have to sit here and be like, you know what? I'm hello, my name is I'm gonna say J to the motherfucking daughter. But that's what I'm saying. A mask doesn't it's not always on. You're just using your simple understanding of knowing this is not the room you should share too much to. That's
Right.
it.
Right. Cole, you want to chime in?
Sorry.
No, it's okay. 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning. Sorry.
She like Diamond. See, you know me so well.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
No, but I
No,
just
you're
don't want to see your face. Want to hear your voice. You bring people into the room with that voice. I'm just saying.
Oh, well, this voice just woke up. I was trying not to sound like a frog.
a frog. I think you're far from that, girl. It's given very much.
No. Look, I'm going to post something at some point, and you will hear it, because it's been a rough couple days with the voice thing. Yeah.
Okay, but did you want to chime in on the topic, or you still listening in?
No, what Ms. Harris was talking about the gaslighting, and that's one of the primary things that narcissists use to keep themselves in a powerful position. But somebody said it in the chat, it only has power if you allow it to.
Period. Energy said that. That was good.
Yes.
That was good. That was good.
I have to say
And
something.
we live in this.
Anybody? When I have to say with this, but when I say transparency, Transparency doesn't give you a mask, doesn't give you the opportunity to have a mask. You say who you are, regardless of who it is, and you be who you are, regardless of who it is. And that's where I have to say, no disrespect, Harris, but I understand where you were coming from about choosing the room. But when I say I'm fully transparent, I am whether you understand who I am or not.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not
No
going to,
disrespect taken. You're
yeah,
fine.
like I'm not going to put any cloud over top of who I am. And this is a newer version of me, and a lot of people around me probably don't understand it. But
Right.
it's a level of I have to be who I am completely, and I'm
Yeah.
not going to put a shadow over me to make you feel comfortable,
Right. No,
regardless
I
of
can
what
agree with
room I
that.
go into. You know what I mean? And transparency is not easy. It is very much a lifestyle that requires deep thought, and you have to make sure that you are ready for it because it's something that you can't come back from.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? So that's the reason why when I'm like, let's make sure we are defining what transparency truly is. Because, you know, like being
Because
picking and
transparency
choosing
can be
who you
taken
want to
in
because,
many other ways. Yeah.
yeah, because full transparency to me is that you can see my soul because that's just where I'm at right
I'm
now
with you.
in my
Okay,
life.
I see what you're
You feel
saying.
where I'm coming from? Like
Yeah.
that's where I'm at on my journey in my life, you
So
know?
my question to you though, do you feel like there's a difference between is there a difference between putting on a mask and just just deciding to know what this room looks like or reading the room? Because I feel like that's the thing. People, if people don't say too much, they feel like they're putting on a mask. Everybody's not putting on a mask though, because a mask for me is like I'm faking it till I make it, but I'm not. I'm just being truly who I am in that space, however I want to be in that space. And if I don't share too much, then I don't share too much. If I share a lot, then I share a lot. Like that's where I'm
Yeah,
at with it.
yeah.
So
I
I
don't
want,
say
I
I don't necessarily think that that's like wearing. I don't want to say that that's wearing a mask.
correct.
That's
Okay.
using discernment. It's
Yeah.
having discernment and having the
There you go.
discernment to
Exactly.
choose
Exactly. And maybe
what,
I should have chose
not
those words. So
having
that's where I'm at with it.
and not having to compromise your
Right.
your plight in life, not having to compromise what you're saying, who you are, and being authentically, transparently who you are. Words do matter. And
Yeah.
yeah, you do need to read the room before you come in. And yeah, I do read the room, but honestly, transparently, I'm going to be me.
As you deserve to be.
You
And
know
I
what I
guess that,
mean?
and I agree with you. I think you hit the nail right on the head there, though, because I think it's most important that you do read the room, you have your discernment, but still stand 10 toes down on who you are. And I
Right.
think that's exactly what I mean. Like I don't want people to. I think people misunderstand the word of putting on a mask just because you couldn't scream a certain way or whatever the case may be. It's not always a mask. You just
Right.
read the room and you had discernment to what to share. Because some people aren't aligned in your space either. Not saying, again, and I'm with Miko on this, not saying that I'm going to sit here and be like, you know what, let me hide in this little shell of mine. Oh, that's super cute. Let me hide in this little shell of mine. No, no, not at all. I'm no longer there. But I'm with you though. Thank you for reiterating that.
Mm.
That's me.
That's super cute. Who created it for you?
Gary. No, was that Gary? No, not Gary. Puffy did that. Puffy did that one. So, what did it cost you to wear the mask for so long? And then for the chat, I just want to ask you in one word, how could you describe your true self? And that's for the chat. How can you do in one word? How can you describe your true self? And I'm asking, you know, what did it cost you to wear the mask for so long? Um, I know for me, when I was wearing the mask, it didn't cost. I wouldn't say it cost. It was a cost involved. I would just say And I would just say it was growth for me. It caused me growth. Um, I like self respect. But yeah, it didn't cost me anything. I learned and I grew from it. Like, I know the one time when I decided to change my life around, I was so disrespectful to my mom. When she slapped me and I hit the floor, that was life changing for me. That- Never again will I be disrespectful to any adult again. Um, but but I don't know. I guess maybe that's what it cost me.
I say for me, I can equate my mask to being put on the pedestal and allowing myself to stay there for family and friends. So it cost me time.
Mm.
Uh, and one word I can say about me is I'm different. Different because I've been told that my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it. I mean, at first I used to think of it as a bad thing, but you know what? I like being different or who I am.
I think everybody is different. I don't know two people that are the same.
No, what makes you different is what makes us who we are as a group. Like, there's certain people you can go to for certain things because of who they are. Like, I know if I'm getting shenanigans, I'm calling J2 because I know she's going to be down no matter what I throw her into. She's just going to go with it and have a good time in the process.
And I'm the one they keep out of things.
Well,
Is
that's
that a
what
mask?
Anyways,
I don't know. I don't know if that was shade or what. I'm just here for moral
I don't-
support.
That was shade. That
It's
was
like, was that a mask?
shade. That was shade.
Can I answer the
it's
question?
almost got dark in here.
Right, it did a little bit, right? I think my mask cost me um, I'm gonna say expectations on people. Because I put a lot of expectations on people of how they should act, they should do, they should do what I do. They should. It's the echo for me. Can y'all hear echo?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't hear it. And this time I'm not on my other phone.
I don't
You,
know.
you still hearing it?
A little bit, but not as bad. Oh yeah, it's bad.
It's coming from Miss Harris.
Is it?
See, I can probably
I
check
don't hear it when Diamond talks.
because I heard it when I was talking, but I just kept talking.
Here we go again. This time I made sure I wasn't on my second device to make sure it
Is it
wasn't.
still? Yeah.
Is it that? Is it bad? Can the chat? Can y'all hear the echo in the chat? So Cole, if you mute right quick, and Miss Harris, you try to talk. All right, now Miss Harris, say something.
I don't have any headphones. It's. I still hear it.
Marcy said, like at the Grand Canyon. Yes, and then a loss of self. But yeah, she was gonna answer. What did it cost her to wear the mask for so long? I thought I brought it up. Don't know where you are, Miss Harris.
May I answer?
Sure, of course. While we in this moment.
Okay. I was just thinking, I think, oh, that's bad.
You hearing it
You guys
too?
hear? Yeah, now I hear it.
But you sound clear to me.
Yes. Any of y'all still? Dottie says she hears it, but I'm just going to say something briefly. I think a lot of the reason why some of us have worn masks at various times, maybe throughout our lives, was to fit in. That we thought we had to fit in to a certain role or a certain identity instead of being our true self. And that's really a shame that you didn't get the chance to share the beauty in your spirit and your soul. But I
But
think
what about
all of
you?
us now removed the mask. Because some of the people wear masks to hide themselves. They're not hiding from other people, they're hiding from themselves.
That's true.
But I want to know about you.
You want to know what?
Am I echoing?
I
Yes.
I don't hear it. Y'all hear it amongst each other, but I don't hear it at all.
I'm not talking.
Yeah, you talking?
I said level.
No,
Oh.
I can hear you. I
I
can
said I
hear you.
want to hear mama's word.
Oh, like how the one word that
Mhm.
describes your true self?
Mhm.
Did y'all answer that one? Because I know I asked the chat like what was their one word that described their true self.
They answered it.
Yeah, I know they did. Then I asked you guys like what did it cost you to wear the mask for so long? So it was two separate questions.
Well, I said mine was and I'm going to change my word to energy. I made that up.
Like, well, if I had to answer my true self, loving, no, no, I'm because Mama needs to say my piece, but that's I'm really strong on my piece. Like that's that's who I have to remain at peace. I feel like I have to remain at peace a majority of the time, because my peace is everything. Survival. Mm, So
So that one word be private.
for me, I
I mean, because
think
you said different can mean many things.
I know. Well, I know I'm a private person. I know that, but I've been slowly letting that opening up to other people. I'm not. Let's just say a majority of people will never know what goes on in my house because then nobody's here but me. So nothing goes on, or unless if I don't tell you, you will never know.
I have a question.
Sure.
Quick. Echo is very ghetto. But anyways, we know we're gonna just ignore. So when you say what did your mask cost you? Are
hmm
you saying what did it cost you as you were going through the journey? Or what is it costing you now?
As you was going through the journey, like because now you're in a better space, you're in a better place.
Right.
What did it cost you through that journey? Like,
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure everyone understood because that's how I understood it. Ooh, this echo. Anyways, in Jesus' name. So, what it cost me in the space while I was in it, not simply understanding how important my presence was and who I was. It cost me not um, moving with the desires of my heart.
okay, Mama.
Okay. Um, that's what it cost me. It cost me not really knowing um, how uniquely and special I was already made. That's what it cost me.
Wow, that's deep.
I placed a lot of expectations on people because the way I moved, I felt that they needed to move too. I needed a me inside somebody else. But if someone showed me 20 years ago of who I am right now, probably wouldn't have had the mental capacity to understand it because I was still behind bars, for the lack of a better statement.
Trapped in yourself. Wow. Anybody else want to? Has everyone answered already, or do
Oh, the
anybody
one
else?
word. I forgot the one word. And the one word is what was that?
The question was, in one word, how would you describe your true self?
Oh, today.
Mhm.
Voiceful.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm truly at peace, and now I'm living it 100%.
Doesn't it feel good though?
Ooh, baby, baby, to wake up in the morning, drink my good old cup of coffee. Oh, baby, yes, ma'am.
It feels good to be in a place of peace where you don't have to answer to anyone if you choose not to. Um, you don't have to do what other people want you. You don't have to live by other people's expectations if you don't want to. So,
Yeah, yeah, Daddy. Now, I agree. Like, once you recognize your peace first, then you start to protect your peace. And now I think everybody need to be at a place to live it, no matter what.
right.
When you wake up in the morning and you go to work, do your thing. I understand that. But don't allow work to reset your value.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for your input. Um,
Love you, Mama.
so I know, like, first I had to learn patience. It took me decades to learn patience before I could learn to be at peace. If you're not a patient person, you will probably never be at peace.
Yeah, that's a big one.
So patience was
That
really,
is
really hard.
Because patience will allow you to enjoy the process you're in.
Yep.
And then you can go ahead and grab that time back that you already lost. See, people don't realize time is so priceless, but we give it out so freely, like everybody deserves it.
So you gotta learn patience.
Absolutely, coach.
So how do you start dismantling those identities when they've kept you safe? Mm, like like in a
to my
situation.
advantage. Because dismantling whatever identities. That's a lifelong journey. New things are gonna come up, new discoveries gonna come up, and growth is always gonna happen. So, if I do have different identities, I use them to my advantage, and I'm gonna continue to be loud
As
myself.
silent because if you get quiet, I'm gonna know something wrong.
Oh no, I feel isolation is important. Because I don't care. I don't care how much people love you. Everybody judges, and some things need to remain private.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like look at the word dismantling. The definition alone is telling you to take something apart. And I think that's the most important thing about straying away and unlearning the things that was forced into your brain, right? Whatever you move with. All I'm gonna do now is just break the pieces apart, break my machine apart piece by piece to know who I am. Right now, I'm at a space of reconstruction, right? I'm just restructuring who I am and I'm learning all of those things that was given to me. Now I'm recreating my own foundation, changing my soil, flipping my soil just a little bit, and replanting my own seeds.
Okay, so for the purposes of this topic, so when I'm saying dismantling, it says noticing the mask that you wear and why you wear them. Questioning, is this me or is this who I was told I should be? Allowing discomfort as you take off the layers and rebuilding your identity from the inside out, you know, rooted in your truth and not survival. So it means recognizing the roles we've been playing and slowly choosing to step out of them. So, like I said earlier, I'm allowed to be all of me and not just what people, that makes other people comfortable. So when I'm saying dismantling, I mean just stepping out, like taking off of those layers, rebuilding your identity from the inside out. That's that finding that patience and peace, um, and stay in your truth, like standing rooted in your truth. So, and that's what I meant by dismantling. Now I don't hear it.
Yeah, just this love from my father's side of my family. That's what wearing that mask was, because that's pretty much when I wore a mask. Um, that was it.
And then for the chat, what is one part of your identity that you had to hide?
And you just said Ality was hidden most of her life.
Oh wow, that's sexuality.
Imperfections. I don't know. What did I have to? I'm trying to think. What did I have to hide?
I can't think
I
of
hid my
it.
spirituality.
Ooh,
I hid my gifts. I was ashamed. I was
because of
scared of them. Yeah. I was afraid to be judged by people who don't understand me. I was afraid of being mocked. Um, I had a deep fear of that, of being judged by people for being quote unquote weird or different. Um, and I did have a long time of my life. I went through a period of wanting to be just normal and not wanting to feel the way that I feel. Um, so that hit a little bit differently.
But then you found yourself when you found yourself around a lot of like-minded people. How did that make you feel?
It felt good
Like
until I
this?
started finding that the people that were around me weren't always like-minded, that they had on masks, and that they were not who I thought that they were. And then I started finding myself getting hurt. And this is recently, so I've kind of just pulled back a lot. Um, just still being mocked or questioned about who I am. So then I just decided in my mind's eye that I would just be transparent with who I am, regardless of
Thanks,
who it
Daddy.
is. And that way I can't feel or get hurt by anyone, because it is what it is, and I just accept people for who they are and just let it go. But a lot of my life, I did have that mask on for fear of being mocked, because I could feel what other people's emotions were. I could feel the difference in the room, and where I used to fear it, now I embrace it. And I love the fact that the room shifts when I walk into it. I love the fact that it changes, the air changes. And now I sense, other people's insecurities because of my strength. I feel their insecurities, and I know now that it's not me. that it's a them issue and it's not me. And to me, that is a hell of a lot of growth that I have evolved through in the past year, to be honest with you.
I have just one more question, and then if you guys have any questions you want to ask us or each other, feel free. What does being fully you look like and feel like today? Me, it feels great. And I'm always gonna go back and reflect to being in that place of peace. It's nothing like if you're not there yet. If you learn patience first, if you're not there yet, just you will. Just if you stay on if that's part of your journey to be in a place of peace, there's nothing like it.
I think mine is relieved. I feel relieved today because I'm with energy. It does feel uncomfortable with your own presence, but what I love about it is that I've learned that change is inevitable and my growth is optional. And I always have to ask myself, am I growing now or am I gonna settle for where I'm at? I would rather be uncomfortable. I promise I do. Because my uncomfortability allows me to think in a space of discernment.
Okay. Mhm. So anybody else? What does being fully you look like today? And look and feel like today? Twin, where have you been?
Right now, for me, unknown. I feel sad, but it's a good sad. It's called letting go.
Mm. I get that. Sometimes you just gotta let go of things that you can't control. You can't control. Hey, London. I tell my daughter that all the time. Let go of things you can't control because it's gonna eat you up. So it's unnecessary pain. Well, you may have to go through the pain, but I get it.
Because I mean, I don't expect to never not go through a journey. It's like needing projects. I guess I need projects. But this journey, it feels good. I mean, they all do. I mean, because once you get through it, 'cause like I always say, once you break through, it's still on the flow. And right now, I'm on the flow.
Okay, let's go with the flow. Thank you for the heart, me. So, all right, this is it. This is the last question. Was you gonna answer, Miko or Cole? Was either one of y'all gonna answer? Just asking, what does being fully you look and feel like today?
Transcendent. And that's no word for me.
Transcendent. I like it. Mm-hmm.
Come on, big word for period. Period.
Big words for Elmo.
That's what you, Harris.
Okay. You was gonna say something, Cole?
Yeah, I'll say it's relaxing.
These are just the one words. Just relax. I know it. It's like a woosah.
Yeah, it's that kind of, it just pours over you, and you're just like, okay, like this is what it is. This is me, and it's fine to be that way. And if you can't control how other people feel about it, all you can control is how you respond to their reaction to you.
Exactly.
And there it is, y'all.
Don't want to give. I literally like what makes me go back to what Mika said earlier, or whoever said it. I don't remember, but stop like giving people power to dictate how you move. Period.
Right. So, this one, anyone can answer this. What would you say to someone who's afraid to stop performing? Only thing I can say is Yeah, to be who you truly are. Like, be you. Be your
Yeah, I
authentic
like that.
self.
Yeah, dude. Chill out.
Right. Chill, dude.
Just do it. Just do it. Let it go.
Right. London. London said I would I would tell them that people don't think about you as much as you think. Don't dim your light. Right. Are you stopping for you or someone else? Those are all good. Ask yourself, what would you like instead of everyone else? Yeah. Be different. But anybody has any questions, any comments, you know, I have a call to action. Do one thing that reflects your real self, like saying how you really feel, wearing what you love without second guessing it, setting a boundary that honors you, um, laughing loudly and speaking freely. Whatever it is, choose you. So even if your voice shakes, even if no one claps, be your authentic self. So it's not too much. It's medicine. Being your authentic self is not too much.
And I'm gonna end it here because this echo is really frustrating me.
I got you.
For me, this
Love you too, Marcy.
space, I'm not going to shrink myself to be digestible. I'm gonna just let everybody else choke. Period. That's
Okay.
where I'm at.
Right.
I'm just telling y'all like what it is. I'm standing 10 toes down with that.
Like you were not born to perform. You were born to live. So
Look, if you ain't got good feedback or bad feedback, you ain't doing enough. That's what I learned in corporate America.
mm,
It ain't meant for everybody to like me. Um, that's not what I'm out here seeking for. So there's no reason to keep a mask on. It is what it is. This is what you get.
good.
I'm gonna go to the comments because I'm not gonna be able to speak anyway. I love you guys
Love you
with my
too.
whole soul.
Love you too. Thank you for joining us. And
Always,
Now,
it's an
now she's
honor.
not echoing anymore.
Right. I'm not even. That is crazy. I guess I'm standing up here. Look at God. Just say, be patient.
Be patient.
so look, well, I'm just gonna do my outro, and then y'all are free to say or talk about whatever you want to. So thank you for being here for episode 8 of 31 Voices. If today's conversation gave you life, share it. Talk to a friend, share it with a friend, start a conversation offline. So we're building something real here. So a space for truth, voice, and freedom. So until next time, remember this: you don't owe the world the performance; you owe yourself the truth. So stay rooted, stay real. This is 31 Voices, and your voice matters.